Alright, so the general consensus online is that the rumor that YouTube may be buying Twitch is fairly true, fairly much going to happen. There's some good and bad to this rumor, if it is going to happen, and I thought I'd discuss a little bit of that right now. So first off, let's talk about some of the good that could happen from this. Obviously, Google has a shit ton of money, and as a result, this means that Twitch would have a lot more money to work with if it got bought by Google and YouTube. It would also mean that they would have access to Google's servers, which are generally pretty good. YouTube servers, stuff like that. They generally tend to work pretty well throughout most of the time. Oh boy, you're a waller. And arcane. Anyway, so that's some of the good news. Some more good news could potentially be the fact that they might end up removing the partnership requirement for getting ad revenue, not necessarily for having subscribers, but for the ad revenue sharing. Obviously, Google is very big on that, so they want people to be able to get something from it, at least at times. However, since Twitch does put ads on every video, even if the person streaming doesn't get any ad revenue, it's unclear, honestly, whether they'd go with this route. I'd like to think they would, but I don't necessarily know. I would hope. Anyway, because Twitch is... Ooh, you fuck. Twitch's requirements for becoming a partner are fairly strict for the most part when it comes to who's supposed to be able to get in and be allowed to be a partner. However, there are exceptions that they've talked about in the past. And there are other exceptions that other people have noticed many, many times of people who never ever meet these the requirements, but they're given the subscription ability anyway. But we're not going to go into that because reasons. So the possibility of subscriptions, or I'm sorry, of ad revenue being shared quicker is there. It's definitely there should Google buy Twitch. Now, I'm sure some people would be asking, why would Google want to buy Twitch? Well, it's fairly obvious. If Twitch is getting as many eyeballs on them as they say, then that's a lot of ad revenue. And Google loves ad revenue. You know, they are an ad company. They've always been an ad company. They're not a search engine company. They are not your mail company. They're not, whatever everyone thinks they might be. They are an ad company and have always been an ad company. That's why they've started putting ads in Gmail, stuff like that, which, granted, they're not exactly... pervasive, but they're there, and you do notice them. I don't care as much because it's just not a huge. They're not really intrusive or anything else like that, which is also something I like about Google's ads. So, but that's a lot of eyeballs. Twitch is like the fourth most watched or visited web page on the planet right now, and that goes from I think they said it's something like 45 million hits a month, and 1 million people stream on Twitch. As a matter of fact, I'm streaming this on Twitch right now as I record it, and I'm just going to edit it to put on YouTube as we speak. So that's some of the good that could be happening. Obviously, like I said, the more money, better servers, because Twitch has been having a lot of problems lately. The potential for ad revenue to become less strict. It's not a guarantee, but it would be nice. And, you know, just having more money for Twitch to work with would be a very nice thing. Now, there is some bad that could happen when it comes to these this potential buyout as well. And a lot of that has to do with Google/YouTube. In the past, Google has been known to just decide that it knows what's best for everybody on its sites, like YouTube, where, you know, it decides, well, we're going to change something here, and that's it. It's just changing, and there's nothing you can do about it. One of those changes that got a lot of people upset was last year's change to the comment section on YouTube, where they put it into Google+. Now, for me, it was not a huge deal. I personally like the Google Plus comments because they're more than 160 characters. I can actually get a nice coherent thought process, which doesn't sound like I can do right now, but I don't have a script with me. I'm sort of doing this off the cuff, so, you know, that's why it sounds like I'm kind of just sort of rambling. But I don't mind the Google Plus comments, but there were a lot of people that hated them. An absolute lot. Some very big YouTubers complained about it. A lot of just people in general complained about it. There was spamming on there where people were just posting ASCII art because of the now unlimited comment size, you know, all sorts of stuff like that people were doing to basically say, we don't like this this change. Why did you change it? And obviously the reason is because Google wants people to get onto Google Plus. So, I mean, you can't really blame them. It is their service. Let's see, what else? One of the other big concerns is that there is the very large possibility that Google will institute YouTube's Content ID system onto Twitch. And a lot of people, like, I actually normally stream music when I do this too. It's not music most of you would ever like, so it doesn't matter, and it probably wouldn't even show up in some cases on the YouTube Content ID match, but I've turned it off while I do this to help ensure that I don't get a Content ID match on this video. But, you know, a lot of people do like to stream their music while they're playing their games. It adds a little bit of ambience for the person playing. Other people like just to, you know, to hear it. Some people have bots that allow them to make song requests, all sorts of stuff. But if the YouTube Content ID system comes into play on Twitch, you can kiss all that goodbye, because we all know how the RIAA member companies are when it comes to this sort of stuff. They're gonna just constantly be jumping on top of people, throwing out Content ID claims, and it would really actually just not be worth it for the most part, for people to keep streaming music. The Content ID system on YouTube has a lot of problems. It's able to be misused. It's able to be... It has tons and tons of false positives. Yay, legendary two-handed mace. Yeah, that's going to be useful at all for this character. But yeah, the Content ID system has caused a lot of problems on YouTube as of late, since late last year, really. And a lot of the bigger gaming channels, pardon me, especially the ones that were seeing tons and tons of Content ID claims, a lot of them decided they were just going to try to come over to YouTube, or away from YouTube, I should say, and just go to Twitch. So if YouTube buys Twitch, then they're basically saying, well, wait a minute, we didn't want to be really involved with you as much as we were, and now you've come and bought the exact place where we went to get away from you. But who knows? There's no guarantee that the Content ID system will come. It's a very big possibility, given, Google's trying to stay nice with the copyright holders on music and movies and stuff like that. But it will be something that has to be seen. However, it's also, like I said, it's something that YouTube, as much as people complain about it, as much as people say, look, why am I getting all these false positives? Why am I personally singing a public domain song and some other company is suddenly claiming that they own the copyright on this song? So, or there have been other problems with people who don't actually own the rights to something being able to get it into the Content ID system and suddenly start claiming other people's stuff for no reason whatsoever, besides trying to make money off it. So that's some of the bad that could happen. Like I said, it's not going to be cut and dry. There is every possibility that Google will just buy Twitch, if they do, and then just leave it alone and not do anything that people would consider meddling or whatever. But Google has a habit of, when they buy a company, of really trying to integrate it into whatever, their ecosystem. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, mind you. But in some cases, it could be. Like in this case, if they were to add all the stuff that's on YouTube that doesn't need to be brought over to Twitch, then that would be a bad thing. If they decide that all the comments and stuff are going to end up being, Google Plus, a lot of people are going to get upset about that too. So I'm not sure. I mean, this could be a decent thing. It could be a really shitty thing. It just really depends on, one, if it's happening, but two, what Google is planning on doing when it comes to Twitch, if they do buy them. Are they planning on coming in and taking over? Are they planning on just using it as a better live streaming option, because the YouTube live stream, while it technically has better quality than Twitch in a lot of cases, it does have the problem of being incredibly unintuitive to find. Okay, like even if you're the one live streaming, it can become very unintuitive very quickly, trying to figure out where your stream is to let people know where your stream is. So maybe, maybe they'll use Twitch as like, when you go to live stream, you'll live stream through Twitch instead of YouTube. I don't know. Oh, Jesus, you're frozen. What a monstrous creature. So, anyway, yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts on the matter. I'm not going to say that it's definitely a good thing. I'm not going to say it's definitely a bad thing. As with most things in general in this world, it's all kind of relative. And... oh, really? So we're full. Okay. We'll kill these guys and then we'll go back upstairs. How's that? So we can empty our bags. Does that sound good to you? Oh boy, there's a lot of guys. Oh, look, an achievement. Yay. Jesus. Yeah, I guess I gotta fight the Rift Guardian now, too. And another Elite Pack. Yeah, that'll be fun. Oh, great. They're arcane. Arcane, fire chains, yeah. That's just what we need. Oh, you fucker. That's why I fucking hate arcane in this game. I gotta tell you that. I really do. It's like the worst fucking thing in this game. Arcane, frozen, wallers, fire chains. They do all this stuff. And you're gonna blow up. This gonna hurt. Alright, so more plans. Yay! Anyway, I'll leave the video with these legendaries up there. Oh my god, legendaries! Yeah, so that's about my thoughts on the matter without writing them down, with just doing them sort of off the cuff. And might as well pick up what I can. Overburdened. And that's it. So, while I sound like I'm rambling, I hope you liked the video, comment, favorite, and subscribe. And just remember, I need to go back. I'll catch you guys later.